Good morning. Hello. I'm Clara Eastside from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I must have Be Healing now. Welcome to Psychic Cafe for today, Friday the 15th of January. It's winter today. I've got clothes on. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. It was so cold. I even had my covers up to here. Winter only lasts a few days here, but it's winter this week. I've got socks on. That's how cold it is. It's kind of nice to wear clothes again. I'm excited today because my hairdresser closed down. Not because we're in lockdown or anything. It closed down a while ago. And she told me last time I had my hair done that she was going to have to because not enough customers to stay open. You know, a lot of businesses are closing because of that. She'd have to leave the island and go to the mainland. Anyway, I'd heard that it's closed and I was kind of, what am I going to do now? Like, there are other hairdressers on the island, but there's none that do blonde hair. She actually went to the UK to learn because Asians, they can't do blonde hair. They don't have blonde hair. So she went to the UK to learn how to dye blonde hair properly. And I get weaves put through, highlights. And yeah, I was told when I came here, if you've got blonde hair, you only go to her. And so I'm like, what the hell am I going to do now? I'm going to have to try another one out. And anyway, I went for some soup yesterday across the road from it, and I saw someone's head behind the counter, and I went in, and I said, are you open? She said, yeah, we've opened back up. Yay! So I'm going to get my hair done this morning. Good morning, everybody. Linda, Katie, isn't it freezing? I didn't want to get out of bed. I haven't had that experience for such a long time. I'm like, it's too cold to get out of bed. I know the shower's going to be hot, but there's that. And I wanted a cup of coffee because I wanted to warm up, but I'm like, getting out of bed from under those covers where it was nice and warm. Morning, Kelly and Maria. How are you? You're lighting your chimenea. What's that? So I'm wearing clothes today. Nice. So yeah, that's exciting, getting my hair done. This morning. You like Canada because you hate being cold. I hate being cold too. This is like, well, what temperature would it be? I reckon it's about 24 or 25. It's not too bad, is it? When I first moved to Australia, the place I moved to got down to about 9 degrees in the winter at night. And then it would be around this temperature in the daytime in the winter. That was a bit much. That was a bit much for me. And because the houses aren't built like here, the houses aren't built for the cold when you're in tropical places, so you really feel it. I know, what the hell? Hello, Mr. S. You're wondering, could you give me money? You can do the super chat thing if you want. So, as usual, I'm going to get collective cards out, you know? Let's see what's going on. But if you do want a mini read from your higher self, you can click the super chat or the super sticker to donate something. There's also a PayPal link up there in the pinned comments as well. Swap the screen out. Hey Sue, hi Tanya. Cold. It's still in the 20s. We're soft. We're softies. You're acclimatized. Yeah, anything under 25. I get cold at about 26, 27. It used to be 26. Now I get cold at about 27. Yes, of course, centigrade. Why would we use anything else? Blizzard warning. Well, it's not that bad here. So let's get some cards out. The energy update for today, Friday the 15th. Amazing. It's just so spot on for me. It's about self-love, of course. It's about saying no. It's about putting an end to something. It's about looking after yourself. It's about getting yourself out of the choppy waters or sorting yourself out. We've been talking about it a lot already. I've never felt this call so strongly before in myself personally, to sort myself out and to be really on the straight and narrow. Now, I just recorded the weekly read. I'm going to put it up for all signs. I'm going to put it up tonight. I'm going to put it up in about 11 hours, maybe a little bit before. But yeah, it's kind of wake up and do it now or be woken up, and you don't want to be woken up. Yeah. Oh, my friend died yesterday. So, I was telling you, one of my friends had a heart attack. Another one had a road accident 3-4 days ago now. He died yesterday. He didn't survive it. He was always going to be here for a good time, not a long time, in the way that he lived. But this is what we've got right now. These are the energies right now. It's like wake up or be woken up. The universe isn't messing around. For some reason right now, it really wants us on the path, and it doesn't want us. It wants us to follow our guidance right now. We've had the guidance already. Follow it. You get cold easily. We're just so used to sweating, right? In the tropics, we're used to sweating all the time. And when we stop sweating, you kind of feel a bit cold. Yeah, it's a shame. Oh well. Yep, Leng is gone. Oh well. So let's get some cards out for today. So yeah, we don't want any harsh wake-up calls like that. We need to listen to our guidance, right? We'll get it. We'll get the guidance. But we don't sometimes follow it. Okay, we've got Transcendence. 28, Transcendence. Let's see what this is about. We use F. I know. You Americans, you use, what, pounds and ounces as well. You're in like olden days. we use numbers that go in tens now because it makes sense. Oh, what's wrong with the focus? Focus. It's not going to, is it? Hi, Sabrina. It's all right. I was always expecting him. Like, he hasn't been on the island for about 3 years. 3 years. And I was always expecting him to come back sometime to visit, We used to do running hugs. With each other. Great guy. He was. But wild, Wild. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest that he's left us. Hang on, I can't reach the icon. There we go. Back. Starting to see people that you know, especially masculines who haven't done the work, getting smacked in the face with their wake-up calls. Yeah, we're going to see more and more masculine, especially women too, for sure. So, Transcendence. Coffee. I'm going to read this one out today because I think it's got something. I don't think I've ever read this card out. That's better. Focus. Transcendence. There are times in our lives when we are mired down with problems and issues, and we can feel as if we're swimming through thick, unyielding mud. We feel stuck and bound, completely captured by dilemmas that come with this earthly experience. and we can lose our sense of spirit, of the divine, of the heavenly self. This can be at the exact moment at which we receive a visitation from the extraordinary celestial fox, this heavenly one who has transcended the earthly realms and become one of the galaxy's messengers. Kaczan at this time are so powerful that they can become planetary bodies, new stars, or even a second moon. Let's try and get this so it's not reflecting for you. In this card, celestial energies are being delivered to you, so you can remember that while you are in this lifetime human and there's much to learn, there's also the heavenly part of you. This part, which is celestial and unbound and free, can help you at this time to gain perspective and to know you will transcend whatever problems you're working with and come to a place where your own divinity can come to the fore again. This is a strong message from the realm of the Kaczan to never lose your hope and belief in your own soul. For all of us, there will be times when we feel we've lost that beautiful sense of the divine, and with it, our joy can slowly dissipate. But know this, you're more than your job, your role, your bank account, your age. You're a transcendent being, and you're galactic as much as you are earthly. And you'll now begin to move through the mundane issues which have blocked your way, to feeling the joy that's inherent in your nature. You're celestial. You're one of the heavenly beings. You're a divine one. And with time and with knowledge and with the blessing of the visitation of this transcendent fox, you too will transcend the beliefs and the limitations of the physical self and remember once again the cosmic origins of your soul. The result will be that you can live this lifetime knowing you're both star and stone, celestial and terrestrial. I like that. Celestial and terrestrial. Your time on this planet in this form is just one of the lifetimes you'll experience, not only here, but within the cosmos. Take a higher perspective, dear one, for you are blessed by the very stars, and their energy is now poured down upon you. Interesting. So, that's that. That's something, isn't it? You feel for them, but some of them are acting like rabid badgers, backing into a corner, and not so pleasant. Oh, really? Ha. I can't say I've noticed. I don't hang out with that many people, though. Especially the last few days, but, you know, the ones that I do, kind of healthy people. Balanced, you know. Down to earth. Dealing with this stuff. Hopefully, anyway. Hey, Jen. Hi, Sharon. Did I say hello to you already, Sharon? No, I didn't. Coffee and this fleecy hoodie. I'm working. I'm getting warm now. My feet are still cold. Just remembering, yesterday evening, Kat was in with me, and the manager here feeds all of the animals here, and she was asleep on the bed, and I was just sat there on the bed. I don't know what I was doing, on my iPad or something, and he makes this noise. He goes meow 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 to call her, and she woke up. Like, I'm surprised she didn't fall over. She woke up that fast. She was just like dashed toward the door. It made me laugh. He was outside because he knew that she'd be in here, and he was looking at my door. So he saw her and was bewildered. I've just woken up and got up too fast to stay. And he was laughing. I was laughing at her. She was so funny. Crazy cat. The flower's closed up. Looks kind of cute though. I didn't want to throw it out because even though it's gone all crinkly and closed, it kind of looks nice matching that other one now, doesn't it? Let's get some more flowers today. What colour should we have next? There's purple, there's whites and purple. There's some reds. Oh, I could get some of the red ones. Oh, I might have a bit of red, a bit of passion in my life. Well, someone's got to. I've got to get passion in my life somehow. Hey, April. Well, that pick a card read was very popular. Very popular video this time. It did seem to be very specific, right? The close at night. The close when they kind of die too. Maybe it's just too cold for it. It's like, nah, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not opening up. You think it might open again? Purple or red? I do like having flowers. So nice. This resort is actually called Blooms in Thai. They're into the flowers here. And it looks like they're building something. They're clearing the land down the bottom of the hill. They've got a lot of people here the last couple of days, clearing the land. They must be building something else. Maybe a new jungle house. But we haven't got enough rooms yet. Empty. But might as well employ people while people don't have jobs. Here we go, butterfly garden. So my hair appointment's only at 10 o'clock, so you got me for ages this morning. I go slowly, nice and slow. Butterfly garden. Looks a bit jumpy. Is it a bit jumpy today? How's the Wi-Fi going? Hang on, let me check. Oh, I'm on the good one. I'm on the good one. But the camera looks very jumpy. Is it normal to have very strong emotions after releasing someone, like anger? Yeah, I'd say so. Are you angry at yourself, Linda? You're angry at them. It is, because we usually reach the end of our tether, don't we? I think I said this in the energy update today. Reaching the end of our rope on something, then we're just like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. But when we get to that point, we've missed the guidance for a long time to make a change. We just haven't given ourselves permission to make that change. And so when we finally do, then we really feel it. Then we're like, oh my God, what were they doing to me? What was I doing to myself? Yeah, anger is very common. Butterfly garden, curiosity, discovery, small moments in life. A woman holds a blooming flower in her hand as she gazes towards the sky. On her head sits a butterfly, closely examining the purple petals. There you go, it's purple. I need purple flowers next. Enjoying the situation, the woman stands still and quietly soaks in her surroundings. She does not want to disturb the scene. In our daily life, there are so many possible moments that could be precious if we just take time to notice them. Oh yeah, that was in the energy update, wasn't it? Be mindful of your surroundings and pay attention. Ask why is that there, then make connections. Small observations can lead to great discoveries. This was in the energy update today. It was about the tea ceremony. It was about slowing right down, not chopping your finger, which is interesting because I chopped my finger yesterday. Just a little nick. When I was cooking. You know, when you're frantic, when you're not being conscious, when you're in your mind somewhere and you start cooking, that's when you cut your finger, don't you? Chopping things. So it's calling for mindfulness. Be mindful today. Why is the camera so jumpy? Hey, Arabella. No, not angry at him. Angry at yourself then, Linda. Putting up with it for so long. It's probably a bit early for mini reads, but I'm going to throw a question out there whenever it's time. No problem. Yeah, no problem. It's not too early for mini reads. You can do it whenever you want. Deep down. It's all gone quiet all of a sudden. That's how cold it is. You know why it's gone quiet? Because the fan on my MacBook Air isn't whirring away because it's cool. Usually it has to work so hard when I'm doing these lives because it's got to cool down that disk because it's hot. And now it's feeling hot. Now it's feeling cool. It doesn't need to do it. Wow. Today was a hard day for you, Arabella. Did you have a good birthday? Oh, you're angry at him. I read that wrong, Linda. And then you get angry at yourself. It's the phases we go through. Like, why did I do that? Furious. It's good. It's good to feel it. Because you were pushing that down all that time. We ignore those feelings for so long. It's not good, hey? You did. That's good, Arabella. The energies right now. The wild. Really? Wow, what a shift. Just as I was saying like a week or so ago, it's getting a little bit boring saying the same things, channeling the same things. It was just the same energies for such a long time. All those carrots getting prepared. We were told that something was coming. Now the energy is like, whoa. Golf courses looking like they might open. What's wrong with the camera? It's just jumping. It's jumping directly from the phone to here. It's not smooth today. It must be something to do with the Wi-Fi. Do you play golf, Jen? I'm happy that the hairdresser's open. Very happy. Not that it madly needs doing, but if it's open, I'm going to get it done. Sure. Let's get a goddess out. There was one case of COVID in Trang, where the owner of my gym is at the moment on the mainland yesterday. No more in the closest places to here, the ferry ports here, the last couple of days. That's good. We do contact tracing very well here in this country. Very well. They're on it. Thanks, Arabella. Thanks, Deepta. Let's get one of these goddesses out and then I'll do you both. You missed. If you've got a question, Arabella, just let me know. Oh, Morrigan. Morrigan. Rhythm. See, purple. I'm getting signs, aren't I? It's the purple flowers that want to come to me. Morrigan, rhythm. She's Celtic. Shape-shifting goddess, Morrigan helps you tune into the cycles of life. Beginnings, middles, and ends. We're feeling the endings right now, aren't we? Rebirths. Whatever you're experiencing, it's a transition between one of these phases. I thought about that portal that we were being told about. I think maybe we'll come out the other end of it. That portal. And now we're really thrown into it. It's like, no messing around anymore. We want change, don't we? And then when it actually happens, when the energies actually shift, we're like, whoa, watch out. I'm not sure I wanted it to change like this. I just wanted the external conditions to change rather than the energies. But when we get change, we get change. So a new rhythm, different energies. She seems quite happy about it, Morrigan. No grazing unicorns. All stampeding. Right. Is anyone else having trouble with the staying on the feed? Okay. Deepta, let's do you. Arabella, have you got a question for you? Deepta, another work question. Why do I feel I have to learn how to fulfill myself here instead of somewhere easier? Oh, why can't I leave yet? Would never have thought I missed carrots. Oh, those were the days, weren't they, Callie? When we just had carrots and we got all excited about it. We thought it was going to be easy. Thought it would just show up and land in our lap. Oh dear, it didn't, did it? Yeah, I feel like I've told you this before, but maybe not. The visuals are a bit choppy, yeah. Oh, it's good that the audio is good. So Deepta, it's about appreciating yourself. You can learn to appreciate yourself better where you are. That's why it's almost like better conditions where you are to do that, to learn how to appreciate yourself, just because of the people that are around you. Sometimes we grow stronger in adverse conditions, don't we? Those hardy plants, like the plants that you see growing out of the concrete and on the side of a cliff. They're really, really strong, those ones. And we're the same, but it's through challenges that we grow. Like that gem card that we get out, We think we're being battered and bruised, but what's really happening is we're being really made into this gem, this multifaceted gem that makes us really interesting and really strong too. It's like diamonds, isn't it? Forming under pressure. So, yeah, it's got the right ingredients for you to learn how to appreciate yourself because of the people. It's because of the people. Because when you move forward, so if you're staying where you are, Deepta, then when you move forward, you can have great expansion, so it can get much better. So you don't need to do little steps. That's what's happening with your Deepta. If you moved on, yes, you could move to another job and it'd be a little bit better, and then you'd like grow slowly, kind of thing. It feels like you're going to take a big step up to something you really love because you're staying where you are. Arabella, will I get it together? Period. I missed my man for lunch yesterday. We talked about it on Monday, but never confirmed. And then I missed his text, and now he's hurt. Oh, what's going on there? Ah, interesting. You got Arabella. You got listening and healing. It isn't just about this. It's about something else. It's about being heard. It's about truly listening to each other. They're not talking. They're not talking. They're not expressing themselves. It feels like that this is a lesson for them, in fact, rather than for you, in speaking up. There's stuff from the past that they haven't even spoken up about. They've been hurt before, and they're still not speaking about it. They're not speaking about their feelings. Probably been conditioned not to do that. So it's hard to listen to someone when they're not speaking it, if they just clam up. All right? This is why I'm turning my back on addicts now, is because there's no helping them. They don't want to get help. They want to avoid it, right? And so there's no helping them because they won't speak. They won't speak about it. They won't feel it. They avoid feeling it. And there's nothing you can do, right? And so, yeah, they're having a lesson in speaking up so that you can even listen to them in the first place. There's going to be growth from this. So just continue being supportive. It's like just continue being there for when they want to open up and actually say it. You've got growth going on. It's not about you, this one. So you're asking, will I get it together? You're more of a bystander on this one. Just be there, be ready to listen, be supportive. It's going to be good if they get this lesson. I wonder if a lot of masculines are going through that. They're having to get into the heart for sure, aren't they? We've had that card out a lot. Carrots were a cruel joke. I don't know. I kind of like carrots. Yeah, I kind of like carrots. Let's get some tarot. Forgot the word for it then. How can I forget? Yeah, don't blame yourself, Arabella. If you've got any part in it, Arabella, it's not blaming yourself, isn't it? Not taking it on. Shouldn't do that. Take on everyone else's stuff. We do, but we shouldn't do that. Okay, tarot. So that carrot card has featured. Every time I pull it out in a reading, when I'm doing the video readings, you'll see me have a little smile to myself, a little laugh to myself, because I'm thinking of you guys and your reaction to when you see the carrot card. It's come out a couple of times. Now I'm getting warm. I have to take this off. Okay, tarot time. All right, we've got the Six of Pentacles about reciprocity. And what I'm getting from this is really paying attention to what we're feeling, the flow of energy rather than pentacles, the flow of energy between people, between yourself, between others, making sure that that's balanced. You know how I said that we need to really pay attention to our vibration at the moment. We've got to pay attention to who and what, including what we do ourselves, who and what patterns and what we do and think brings our energy up or brings our energy down. Remembering that when we clear ourselves out, the more we let go of, the higher our vibration raises. Not to mean go and sit in a cave and don't do anything, but sometimes go and sit in a cave and don't do anything is that reset that we need, that hermit reset that we need to raise our vibration and get out there again and start again, and then feel what lowers my vibration from this, what keeps it the same, what raises it, you know. We've really got to pay attention now to this reciprocity thing energetically, what things do to us, what people do to us, what our thoughts do to us, what food does to us, what anything does to us, where we live, anything. It's like mastery of reciprocity. Sharon, my mum tried everything to help my dad overcome his alcohol addiction, but nothing worked. Right, yes. They've got to do it themselves. They've got to want it themselves. An addict has to want change, absolutely. Sadly, alcohol claimed him when he was only 51. Wow. That's early, hey? Little clarifying cards, Tanya. They are by Lynn Bell. They are, let me show you, inner self-guidance cards. Take a screenshot. innerselfguidancecards.com.au. There's also a link for them in the description box for every video that they feature in, including this one. Thanks, April. It's got a hair on it. was wondering whether it was on my screen or whether it was on this. So yeah, inner self guidance cards. I used to work with Lynn Bell in a healing center in Byron Bay. Yeah, they're really good cards. There's nothing like them. I noticed that, Katie. I saw her in the in the Facebook. You'd made some cards. Nine of Pentacles came out too. Fulfilling our own wishes. So if in doubt, keep on fulfilling your own wishes. Keep on, the Nine of Pentacles is a self-made person. It's, sorting your own house out, your own money out, all of that. We can go wrong. We can go wrong if we do that. We can have ourselves in jobs that we hate. We can, even if we're keeping to ourselves, we can go wrong. But at least we're the only factor involved if we keep to ourselves. And fulfill ourselves, Mm. Thanks for your question, April. So the Nine of Pentacles, if in doubt. So, yeah, we're mastering this reciprocity by paying close attention to how our vibration changes, how our feeling changes. Oh, really? The shipping. She sent me some. Tonya, I'm an alcoholic addict. Finally hit my bottom 5+ years ago. By God's grace, haven't felt the need to pick up ever since. Good job. Good job, Tonya. Yeah. We've got to let people crash. And that's the problem with enabling. And that's why codependency shows up most. It's the most extreme with addicts. That's when you can really see what you're doing. Because then you're definitely enabling them because you're stopping them from having the crash, and everyone needs to have the crash. We don't have them. We're lazy. Human beings, we're really lazy. Things need to get really shit before we'll do anything about it, right? Arabella, you smoked so much pot 7 years. You were high even when you slept. Wow. Can't stand pot. I mean, I don't mind other people smoking it, but it's not my drug at all. It doesn't make me fun to be around. I just shut down. I have IOD on it so easily. Wow, I started drinking age 12. I think I did too. My parents gave me alcohol about that age. Maybe before that. Crazy, huh? Yeah, so that's why. I mean, Sharon's story there, that's why we shouldn't enable, right? Because maybe if he was not helped out, maybe if your mum hadn't have helped him out, he would have crashed and he would have recovered, sorted himself out. This is why enabling is so bad. It's almost like we step in the way of karma. We step in the way of karma and we don't allow it to play out. We don't allow people to get the lessons. Not good. I'm getting a lot about that. Hey, Seema. Saima? How do I say your name? Saima. This was 7 years ago. I had a breakdown. Good job. Yeah, I'm getting that a lot. We've not got to stand in the way of karma. And that includes, don't be nice to people that are horrible to you. They've got to get the feedback. If we push down our emotions, say someone does something or says something really nasty to you, and inside it makes you feel angry, but you think, oh no, but I'm a good and saintly person. Feedback to show them that they can't do that stuff and have people around you. Oh, your daughter does stops the seizures. Yeah, awesome. That's great. Seema. Seema is how it's pronounced. Cool. Thank you. Okay, April. Let's check my email. It works when you don't overuse it for medical conditions. Yeah, it's a drug, isn't it? I mean, it's a a helpful thing. Thanks for your donation, April. Okay. Will Nicholas be coming to visit you in New York before the spring? Let's find out. Before the spring. New York, I'm saying a no to New York, but I'm saying a yes to somewhere else. Nature. It's not New York, it's somewhere else. I'm feeling like you're both going to meet up somewhere else. The Keen song just popped into my head, Somewhere Only We Know. Somewhere that's special to both of you. It's not New York, it's somewhere out in nature. Before spring, yes, not New York. Somewhere only we know. Maybe somewhere you've been before together. You can't do pot? Yeah, most substances. You do? You judge yourself for not being able to do it. Isn't it weird? And then people are addicted because they get all butthurt about it just because pot doesn't suit you. Like, yes, it does. It suits everyone. Like, no, it doesn't. And they want you to have it. Like an alcoholic wants you to have a drink. It's the drug talking, right? It's not them talking, it's the drug talking. But yeah, I get that. I get that deep down. You judge yourself for not being able to do it. But I don't particularly like the feeling of being out of control. And I do like alcohol because I don't feel out of control when I have it. I stay pretty much in control, generally, with alcohol. I like the way it makes me feel. You overused it, Arabella. Yeah. Any amount would be overused for me. Thanks, Seema. Oh, you like beer but hate to get drunk. Yeah, you know that that out of control feeling, it's not nice for me. But drunk doesn't feel like out of control until it does. Sometimes I do. Like New Year's, I got out of control. So people were giving me shots. And that's my trouble is when I drink alcohol, then I don't seem to be able to form the word no when it comes to drinks. And so people put shots in front of me and I drink them. And so I got a bit out of control drunk. Sharon, my mum divorced him after 18 years, but still didn't shock him. It still didn't shock him. He was abusive and arrogant when drunk. Oh no. He crashed 3 days before he died and he knew it's too late. Oh, what a shame. Seema, do you have a question for your reading? Thank you, Tanya, and thank you, Seema. You go from bust to throwing up, no in between, really? That's funny. Do you have questions, you two? Seema and Tanya, for your readings? Let's get some more tarot out. So we're becoming masters at this reciprocation thing by really feeling it and making better choices for ourselves and being kind of ruthless about it. Didn't we say, weren't we told that we have to be like, which one was it? I think it was the Knight of Wands that we got that message with. It was, or maybe it was the Knight of Swords. Be ruthless about it. We're going to have to make more ruthless decisions that are best for us. Ruthless, was that the word? I don't know, something like that. Ten of Voices, an end of things. Again, it's the painful ending card, but it doesn't have to be painful. We can make it painful if we want to. It's such. Oh, you fake drink, do you? I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea, Callie, fake drinking. endings. We've got a lot of endings going on at the moment. I mean, it's all up in the energy update today. We've got to say no to things. Things that we really reached the end of our rope on a while ago, but then we wouldn't make that decision. We need to make that decision. Seema, nothing on the love life. What's going on in your love life, Seema? Let's find out. You've got knowing and wake up. Wait. Oh, okay. So you've got a connection. Can't tell whether you've met them or not yet, but there's a connection. But you're going to resist it, or you're going to be wary of them, Seema. And it's because of this. It's because of criticism in the past. It could be self-criticism. It's probably a mixture of the both. A past relationship, someone having criticized you, and you're wary of it, and you're kind of expecting it from people now. And so there's something about disbelief. You're going to meet someone. I'm feeling more and more like you haven't met them yet, but you're about to. You're going to meet someone, and it's going to be. You're going to be wary. You're going to have to heal yourself. It's going to bring up stuff from the past, show you how you're kind of closed down, how you are frightened, how your heart isn't open because of this criticism. So you're going to have to shift when you get to know this person and confront those things. So it could trigger fear in you, fear of being criticized, or you might project that onto them and think they're criticizing you when they're not. They might say, when we do that, if someone says like compliments is on something, and then we'll turn it around. Like, your hair's nice today. Or you're saying it was bad the other day. That kind of thing. When we take things the wrong way. So pay attention to that when this person shows up. It feels like it's going to be soon. Drink something you hate, it'll last all night long. That's funny. Hey, Christine. Hold a beer and don't drink. I can't do that. Yeah, lime and soda. I like just straight up lime and soda. It's really nice, refreshing. I used to do that. Sometimes I would feel like a beer in the afternoon, especially here in the tropics. But it's just something cold and fizzy that I wanted. And lime and soda is amazing, really refreshing. It's perfect. Mocktails. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of cocktails, so tell people you're allergic to drinking. Because you break out in handcuffs. That's hilarious. Tonya, do you have a question for your reading? You're welcome, Seema. I went to uni with a Seema. So I've got to cut something out for sure, right? And I think we all know what it is individually for each of us. And I was just thinking, my friend Lang died yesterday, and this morning I was thinking of one evening that I sat with him and Ek, and then I realized, oh my God, Ek died 2 years ago. I was really vividly remembering that evening, and because we just sat at a table and chatting. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm the only one left living from that conversation. Wild. Yeah. We've got the Three of Pentacles out here. This is about planning, doing things for the long term planning, thinking ahead. It's about stopping yourself from doing things just for the short term instant gratification kind of stuff, doing things for the long term. And we also got out with that the Knight of Pentacles. The one that goes slowly toward it. The one that moves slowly toward it. Plans, making plans and then moving slowly toward it. Making plans and moving slowly toward it. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Mocktails aren't alcohol, but I wouldn't drink cocktails, so I don't want a mocktail either. Does that make sense? It's like I don't need a replacement for cocktails because I wouldn't drink them anyway. Yeah, it's a shame about Lang, but it was always going to happen, you know? He was a maniac. Great guy. Well, he was always frustrated with the language barrier between us because he wanted to have really deep conversations with me and he couldn't. He used to get frustrated. But yeah, he was wild. Doesn't surprise me. People like that don't live long. Here for a good time, not a long time. Dita, this is a weird question. Feeling a bit out there right now. Are you ever able to receive messages from about animals, people's pets? Yes, I am. I can. I can. Dogs are kind of boring, which is disappointing. Horses, very interesting. Cats are interesting too. Dogs are really boring. I've never had like a decent messages from dogs. Very simple dogs. You don't have a question? Do you just want general guidance, Tanya? Yeah, I can. I can do the pet thing. It's a great fake out. Well, we got this again. Seven of Swords. We had it yesterday. Confusion and setbacks. Are we confused about something? Are you confused about something? Whether it's the right thing to do, what you're cutting out, whether it's the right thing to do, what you're planning. I want to get another card out because I don't want to leave it at that. Again, Six of Rings, reciprocity, generosity, assistance. It's the card of reciprocity. We've got to get this right. There's something really important about getting reciprocity right. It's almost like everything's hanging on it. It's like the universe saying, yeah, you're doing great and you've done all of this stuff, but now you really need to master this reciprocity thing because it's key to your next step. Relationships and life purpose. It's key to your next step. What just came in then? Deeper dive order. Yeah, I always expected Lang to come back and give me a hug again. But there we go. I actually had a conversation with him last night. So it was interesting when someone dies because then I can get information. I can find out the truth about things. Gotta have better connection with them once they're gone. You had your ex-boyfriend phone you again. Oh, tests, Christine. Stand strong. Stay strong. Look at this. Happiness. First card out, happiness. Stay happy. Stay happy. You need reciprocity. Yeah. You need to pay great attention to your energy then, and say no more often and have more boundaries. They are out there, the ones that can reciprocate. We can't do it when we're in codependent patterns, enabling people and all of that. We're always with the wrong people when we do that. I used to see a black dog when I was little. He always comforted me when I was sad. Oh, cool. I used to have a dog when my kids were living with me in Australia at the time. We had this house, and at the weekends, this dog used to come and visit and stay with us for the weekends, and he'd run off and not be with us in the week. And yeah, he'd just come and stay for the weekends. But whenever I was upset, he would come round and sit next to me. Rhodesian Ridgeback. Cool. What was his name? Kids loved him. I did too. It was great having a weekend dog. Can't remember his name now. Yeah, the language barrier isn't a problem now, for sure. Oh, you hold an empty beer bottle for the shot. Oh, all of these techniques for getting out of stuff. It's good, huh? We've got bow. You're highly thought of. Look at this. Someone watching. You can't see the face there. They're thinking highly of you. I keep on getting this message in my personal cards that I'm being watched. Someone's got their eye on me. Even today, I'm heard, trust myself, strong emotion, passionate love or hate, causing reactions in people. There's just something about this picture because you can't see the face there. Someone just looking. Someone's noticed you. Yeah, I got that, Sharon. Not a real dog. Spirit dog. V. Victory. Victory in some endeavor. We're headed toward victory and we're really being guided. This reciprocity is a big part of it, and tending to our vibration is a big part of it too. And getting out of codependent patterns is a big part of it all. Otherwise, why would my guides keep on going on and on and on about it? Tanya, I'm just going to get some cards out for you. You had an imaginary mouse named Morris. I had an imaginary brother called Peter. Oh, Tanya, I like this. Look, prepare to play. Fun times ahead. Fun times ahead for you. It's going to get a lot lighter. I feel like you're leaving behind some hard things that have just been hard. And it feels like you're just realizing you can just turn your back on them and walk away from them. You don't need to be involved in them anymore. You don't need to fix it. You just need to leave it behind. Yeah, so feel it in this moment, Tanya. Feel what you're feeling in this moment, because there's things just to walk away from, to be done with, to just go like, not mine, not my circus, not my monkeys, it's not my thing. It's not mine. It's not mine to hold. It's not mine to fix. Just walk away from it and leave them to it, because I don't have that issue. They do. Ah, interesting, Tanya. How do you work out who it is? Well, there's the thing. Hey, what, the person that's watching us? I think I've got a good idea, but we never know. All kinds of people are watching us. I get watched a lot. People get obsessed with me very easily. It's annoying. Training. Yeah, I think because I've always put myself in the boys' stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like when I was at school, I always wanted to do the boys' stuff because, thanks, Sherry. I always wanted to do the boys' stuff because I hated that I had to do the girls' stuff. Like when I went to school, we had to do home economics, cooking, and sewing. And the boys got to do the cool stuff like metalwork and woodwork. I wanted to do that stuff. I wanted to make stuff, not cakes. Not that I've got anything against cooking, but it just seemed to me like they were doing the cool stuff and we had the real crap stuff to do. And so that set me off doing that stuff. But I've always found, and then I did a degree in engineering because of that. I did all the subjects at college at A level that were the boys' stuff too, because I wanted to do that. And then, yeah, engineering. It was pretty much the same. And then worked in IT in the 90s, which was, it was pretty much all men at the time. Then, yeah, I was a tomboy too. And yeah, now Muay Thai. There's a lot of girls that do it, but I'm particularly good at it. So they get obsessed with me. And I see that. The guys get obsessed with me because I'm in their world kind of thing. Did 3 months in the army. You see, I would probably love that too. For the training and the discipline and all of that, I would love it. I don't particularly want to kill people. A friend of mine wanted to get medical training in Australia by going in the army. But when she went, they put a gun in her hand and said, "You're going to be expected to kill someone. Can you do it?" She's like, "No, this isn't for me." We get signs all the time. Played football as a child. You like the boys' stuff too. Way, good job, Kelly. You know what else I did too? You know, I just told you that I had an imaginary brother called Peter. I was brought up a Catholic, and as Catholics, when you reach a certain age, I can't remember what age it was, but you get confirmed into the faith, like you're old enough to choose, which you aren't. Luckily, they do it young enough so that you just do it anyway. But you choose a new name, and it's a saint's name, and I chose Peter, and they're like, "You can't choose a boy's name." I'm like, "Yes, I can. I don't want any other name." They're like, "Choose a girl's name." I said, "No, I want to be called Peter." And so they looked in the rule books, and it made them very angry. They were angry at me, these men of God. They were angry at me because there were no rules in there that stopped me from doing it. They didn't like it at all. And I was happy. I won. You're still a tomboy. Yeah, kind of me too. Cup. I like to think of it as being balanced, right? Because I don't feel masculine. I mean, I still feel feminine. Am I a tomboy or am I balanced? I don't know. Keep your hair short. Dress like a boy. Yeah, same. I love it. Cup. Oh my God, this reminds me. You should accept valid criticism. Those new moon readings that I did, oh my God, they were full on. It was a roasting. It was a roasting from your higher selves. Some of them weren't too bad, but some of them were just like grabbing someone, by the whatever that is, and slapping them about. Who was that? It was Sherry. Sherry, have you got a question for your reading? Thanks for your donation, Sherry. 13, raised a Catholic too. Took the name George, no way! Ha ha! Did we all do that? Oh, I didn't get on very well with that religion. So we should accept valid criticism. Our egos don't want to, right? Our egos want to battle it. So if we're getting guidance, our ego's going to say, "No, I've not got that. No, I don't do that. No, I'm good." Nuns are always mad at you. So we should accept valid criticism. We should take our guidance, even though it makes our ego want to reject it. Say, I'm not that. I don't do that. I'm all good. It's not being a tomboy, but not being forced to play a role, right? Yeah, don't put me in a box. Especially not the sewing box. I mean, I can sew. I will put a button back onto things. I've been known to do that. But it's just not interesting to me, you know. And anyway, my mum was getting me to do all of that stuff. You know, I learned to knit and crochet, and I did all of that stuff before that point in school. So I get why, but really the guys should be doing it as well, right? The boys should have been doing it too. Because really people, like especially the cooking classes, people need to feed themselves. We should have all been doing it all, really. Your parents wanted a boy, so you was raised as one. You're adopted. So my mum's got two kids. A girl, and she is a tomboy. I totally get on with her. She's just like mini me, really. Very strong connection with her. And a boy. He's like a lady boy. And he thinks it's hilarious that he's got a girl that wants to be a boy and a boy that wants to be a girl. The unreligion, right? I kind of look at it now and think it's almost as evil as you can get, really, that religion. Wow, your mum's one of 13. Ah, wow. Imagine having that many babies. Broken ring, parting of ways in either romance or business. This is the Ten of Swords, you know. Leaving things behind, we've got to, for our new beginnings. Transcendence. I was just told to look at that card again. The Transcendence card. We're transcending things. We're growing up. We're moving on. Rebirth. Yeah. Rhythm. Morrigan was saying about rebirth, wasn't she? Parting ways. We're ending, and it could be something that you were tied to, something that you promised, something that you thought you were always going to be, something you vowed, or you thought it was always going to be in your life forever, and it's no, it's going. Sherry, is it time for me to let go and walk away from Carl? Or do I continue to wait for him? Let's find out. I think I know what this answer is going to be. You're not getting an answer, Sherry. Well, you kind of are. I was hearing both. I was hearing both in my head, and that is really good advice, both. Do you wait for someone? Well, no, not really. You carry on with your life and you enjoy yourself. You don't wait. But, and that's powerful in itself. That letting go is powerful in itself and just getting on with your life. It's like what we already had out, right? This. Focusing on reciprocity. And you know how I was saying about the hermit, you can hermit away and your vibration will raise, but you can't really go wrong if you're Nine of Pentacles, if you're sorting out your own life, your own house, your own money, that kind of thing. And so enjoy your life rather than waiting. It's like not focusing too much on it. Hi, Timothy. Sherry. But here's the thing. This is why I said both. Well, this is not why I said both. I said both because it was in my head. Both. But there's a part of you that knows that you are waiting anyway. You've got no choice about it. You're not waiting, but you are waiting. Does that make any sense? Be looser about it. Don't focus on it so much. Now, if you've got another person like right in front of you that you want to go on a date with, absolutely do that. Have fun. This is saying have fun. But there's a part of you that knows that you've got a strong connection. And so you will kind of be waiting even if you're not waiting. If you know what I mean? Be easier about it. Why are you late, Tim? What have you been doing? Oh, she called. Is that why you've not been on? You're hopeful. You're a hopeful person. Mm. So we are leaving things behind, right? So I hope that helps you, Sherry. Does it? The only reason that I knew it is that I've been getting the exact. I've been asking the same question and I've been getting the same response. That there's not much I can do about it. It's both. It's getting on with things. It's not really moving on. But I would, if someone as good, better came along, absolutely. But I'm not sat doing nothing. I'm enjoying my life, Mm. We've got cobweb here. The webs we weave. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. There's an element of protection here, and even tower moments of protection as well. In a way, we're forced to confront something. The tower falls. Something happens to us. Makes perfect sense, Sherry. Good. It's been raining men. Wow. Not for me. I shouldn't say that because there's so many men interested in me, but not really interested. Obsessed, like I said, they get obsessed with me. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. I would agree with that, Christine. You're not ready yet. You picked the flower. Not much resonated. Watch the shell. That was your last year and a half. There you go. Yeah. That shell reading. Wow. Wasn't it something this time? Very specific. And I think it was not read for them before, those particular people. Slowly but surely getting ahead. We're going to have slow progress in this, right? We've got to make those plans and we've got to move slowly toward it, like the Knight of Pentacles, toward what we want. All of these dates are popping up, like August, and it feels like it might take some time. But I'm feeling in myself and in my own journey, I'm feeling like there's been a shift. I'm feeling like what I'm being asked to do right now and the stuff that I'm letting go of right now is making me ready, as if it might happen soon. That's what I'm feeling personally in myself, but who knows what's happening. I did have a few signs yesterday as well that things were moving forward. You have to leave in 15 minutes. Change a car starter for the neighbour's sister. Just dropping in on us and then leaving us again, Timothy. Just reading your comment, Kelly. Be flexible. You know how we keep on getting that it's not set in stone card? The timing isn't set in stone. No wonder it keeps on shifting around on me, because when I try and find out about the timings, especially in the deeper dives, I always do the timing thing. It moves. I'm like, stop moving. I'm trying to tie you down. It's like, yeah, but you're moving and they're moving and it's all moving. We've got to be flexible. Can I do boundaries? Next, pick a card. I actually thought I might do one this afternoon with good hair. Once I've had my hair done. Boundaries. Could do. Now I'm feeling cold again. Receiving gifts from men at work. Good job, Christine. So let's be flexible, shall we? Yeah, like Sherry's higher self just told her. Thanks, Jill. Oops. It's nice to wear clothes. It's nice to wear things on your arms. It's been a while. hang on. I just want to plug this in. Jill, I'll do you first and then I'll plug you. No, I'll do it now. I'll plug it in because I'm running out of battery. I mean, 1 moment, maybe 2 moments. Okay, I'm back. That's better. Jill, guidance for your love life. Let's find out what's going on for you. Jill. Right. Jill, you've already got guidance about helping people. This is the codependency thing. You've already had guidance about that as your higher self, and you've got to break free of that to improve your love life. So when we go into when we're thinking that we need to prove ourselves or do something for someone inside of a relationship, help them in some way, we're not realizing that just our presence is enough. Yeah, a relationship should just be two people having fun together. That's enough. You don't need to do something for them. You don't need to serve them in some way. And so that kind of mentality, or the not valuing yourself enough, is kind of holding your love life back at the moment from getting what you really want. So think about when you're with your best friends, right? You don't think, I need to do something for them, I need to help them. Think about your best friends when you're kids, because you might be doing that with friends now. So when you were a kid, imagine just hanging out with your best friends. It was enough just you being you, your personality. That was enough, right? That is what relationships should be like. And so anything on top of that that you're trying to do for people is you trying to prove yourself in some way because you don't feel worthy enough. So knowing that that's a pattern of yours requires you to find a different approach to that, to dealing with yourself when you've got that urge to prove yourself in a relationship, prove worthy. It could be that you're trying to barter within relationships, do something for them, to get them to do something for you, that kind of thing. Don't do that. I'm hearing like this communicate card is about knowing yourself, knowing that you're in these patterns, and then communicating that, as in, I want to fix this for you right now because I'm not feeling enough in myself, something like that. Find a new approach is what it says. Find a new approach to dealing with yourself instead of just responding to your ego. So your ego says, you're not enough, do something for them, help them out. It's not enough just hanging out with them. And so instead of just responding to your ego like that, reacting to it, be aware of it when you feel like that. Listen to your ego and go and then deal with yourself in a new approach to dealing with yourself. So I don't know, however you can do that. So thanks for that, Jill. Hope that helps. Did you ask for it? Oh. You'd ask for a reading about your love life, but you don't have one. Yeah, Linda, someone's watching you. Look, someone's watching you. You've got a love life you don't even know about. You got a stalker. Thanks, Deepta. Any messages from my pet gecko? Choop, 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 choop. Gecko. I'm not picking up on geckos. I've never tried to listen to a gecko. I'm not getting anything. I think it's more pets, animals that have spent a lot of time around humans um, tend to pick up on more human traits. Has everyone seen that dog? What's it called? It's got like a keyboard thing on Facebook. Videos on Facebook. There's a dog called I can't remember what it's called, but it uses its words. It talks. It talks to its owners. They talk to it, and it answers back by pressing these different buttons for different words. Have you seen that? Bunny. The dog's called Bunny. Incredible. But animals that have spent a lot of time around humans are kind of humanified, and so they talk even more. Dogs kind of simple, not complex thoughts, and you can see that from Bunny in the way that Bunny speaks, you know. But horses, I've had some interesting conversations with horses. Pretty wise. Maybe because they have a little bit more freedom than dogs. I don't know. But other animals, no, not so talkative, really, not so communicative. Yeah, we've got to sift through a lot of them, Sina. There's a lot of people out there with not much about them, really. I used to think, oh, everything was a gift from the universe. I used to really believe in the law of attraction, and I'd say yes to everything put in front of me. Now I realize how ridiculous that is because there's all kinds of people, right? All kinds of people. And now I'm more discerning. Now I get to know people, believe them when they show me who they are, that kind of thing. You've searched every pet psychic out there, and no one's great with geckos. Yeah, I have had communication with snakes. Geckos. I'm gonna have to focus on the geckos now. We have the big geckos here, the Take geckos. They're about this big, kind of bluey in colour. They bite if you try and catch them. I've never been bitten by one. They have a lot to say, those dogs, yeah? Yeah, I think dogs, probably island dogs do, because as I said, the horses, they do have quite a lot of freedom, right? Probably island dogs more than pets that are just kept in the home. Do you know what I mean? Because they've got more going on in their lives. The dogs here on the island, they tend to have the run of the island. They jump on everyone's scooter and go places. So island dogs are kind of different. Maria, thank you. One of my first statements to my hopeful when she was heartbroken by a narcissist was imagine two empaths getting together. Oh, were you thinking that was going to be a good thing, two empaths getting together? What does your higher self want you to work on? I'm working on self-love. Good. Oh, no worries, Deepta. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to start having conversations with geckos now. Trying to think of all of the animals that I have had conversations with. See you, Linda. What's this? Simply release guilt. This is what you need to work on at the moment. Making decisions and then releasing guilt for those decisions. It's a big thing right now. I mean, it's how we make it painful. It's how we make these endings painful, right? It's how we make it painful is the guilt, that tone of voices. We end something and then feel so bad about it. We might as well have carried on, really. Guilt's so debilitating. Guilt attracts punishment, right? We punish ourselves because guilt feels worse than punishment, but release feels better than that. So, see it, Tim. Island dogs are great. So yeah, releasing guilt, Maria. Also perfectionist as well. Perfectionism. Ah, that's what you're working on with your therapist. There you go. Perfectionism too. Thinking that you need to be more than you are. Tell you what, this show has been so good for me just for that. It being enough, me here, just doing what I do. Do you know what I mean? Just me being myself. Isn't it great that we've got this YouTuber thing, you know, and being able to go live and stuff like that, just for that. Deep treasure gecko, boy or girl. So there you go, Maria. Bit of a perfectionist thing, a new approach to that. We have to learn how to deal with ourselves, right? And it's the inner child work, isn't it, really? It's dealing with our inner child. Realizing that we're still that instead of the adult that we think we are. Let's get some more cards out for everybody. Animals. I've been very drawn to this deck lately. The animal spirits. They just seem so good. I mean, so precise, so right. They've always worked for me, these ones. I mean, decks come and go for me. Sometimes I start working with one of them more than others, and then sometimes they stop working for me. The cards that come out don't make much sense, and then I stop working with them for a while, that kind of thing. First time you've been on, been great, but you have to sleep. Ah, you're in the UK. Whereabouts in the UK are you, Seema? I'm from the UK originally. Might be able to tell from my mixed accent. I moved to Australia 21 years ago. And I moved to Thailand 5 years ago. But welcome, Seema. Good to see you here. I recognise your name. You got a deeper dive. So many people buy deeper dives now. I'm like, oh, I might need to employ someone to send them all out soon. Rhino spirit, overcoming obstacles that are in our way. That's what we're doing right now. We're overcoming our own obstacles. How we trip ourselves up. We're throwing stuff out. We're overcoming our obstacles. The obstacles that are in ourselves. And the obstacles that are in ourselves are the ways that we've learned to get around the world and issues in the world and issues with ourselves. How we've Nottingham. Went there once to visit a friend. Sleep well. Sleep well, Seema. Enjoy your work tomorrow. What are you saying? Yeah, the workarounds that we've got to issues that we've had, dealing with life and all of that kind of stuff. We have all of these workarounds, and it creates obstacles within ourselves to being open-hearted, carefree, loving, and all of that stuff. Now we're having to unlearn it. Yeah. Overcome those obstacles. Get back to our inner child again. Because that's what's needed. I've got nightingale spirit. Love is all around. Isn't that nice? It's everywhere. It's available, is what I'm hearing. It's all around. Just got to get our vibe right to attract the one that's right for us in. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like very positive right now. I feel like something's shifted because something's shifted in myself. I've made some decisions. Decided I'm not going to do certain things anymore. So I feel like something's shifted. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't. I have a female gecko. Oh, look. Look what just came out. It's a gecko. It is too. It says lizard spirit. It's a gecko. How funny. This gecko's got wings. See, another deeper dive came in. I wake up like in the middle of the night sometimes and I look and like, there's a lot of people ordered deeper dives. So I send them out and I go back to sleep and then I wake up again and then there's a lot more. It's cool. I love it. Lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Oh, I wonder if that's why they're not very talkative. I wanted to ask that too, Sharon. Yeah, Deepta, how do you sex a gecko? How can you tell? Dream the world into being. This is just about the gecko. I'm not picking up a message from the dream the world into being, but maybe, yeah, maybe they are very much in the now. Lizards, geckos. Maybe that's why they're not so talkative. How funny. So is it the universe playing games with me, or is that pure law of attraction? We're talking about geckos and the gecko card comes out. Or is it a mixture of both of them? It's a co-creation with spirit. That's the answer. That's the card that came out just as I was asking that question. It's a co-creation with spirit. So law of attraction is too simplistic, and the universe playing with us is too simplistic too. It's a co-creation with spirit. What shall I ask now? Just give us another card for today. What do we need to know? What did Thai friend tell you? The females are always much larger. Ah, okay, it's the alpha female. Okay, and you know the big tokais, they call at the same time each night. I didn't know that until fight nights. That was it. Fight nights. We had a fight nights used to finish about 11 o'clock, 11:30, and we had a 11:30 gecko there called out at the same time each time. So usually we would have cleared up. We'd all be sitting down having a drink at the end, all the staff, and then the gecko would call and we'd say, it's 11:30. Look at the clock. Yes, it is. Each Tokay has a time that they call. Did you know that? Pay attention. Write them down. Take note, Katie. And you'll be able to tell the time by the different geckos that you have, Tokays. Squirrel says, believe in yourself. That's what we've got to know today. Believe in yourself. We're on track. Here comes a chicken cat. Hey. What's up? Bulge near the butt on the male. Wow. She's having some cream. Okay, let's do these and then I'm out of here. because I need a wee. Three cards. Yeah, they do. And they don't move around much, do they, the Tokais? They do tend to have the territory, so... We've got the Lover. You like reptiles, Christine? The Lover. Not been much about love today. It's about time we got some carrots out. Like this, the Swan. Okay, the Swan. Goes from the ugly duckling to the Swan. So there's a transformation to go through before we can have these twin flame relationships. Yeah. We think we're ready and then we're not. And then we've got to get ready. And then when we only realize that we weren't ready before when we get ready. And then we're like, oh, I wasn't ready before, but now I'm ready. And then we think we're ready before our lovers come in. It's feeling closer. Then we've got the prayer. Isn't it beautiful? If you're having a pub quiz about geckos, now you're going to win. And they're all going to be like, how do you know? Well, it's watching this YouTube channel. You really confuse them. How you found out. The prayer, answered prayers. Don't forget praying. Don't forget to talk to your higher self. Don't forget that we've got free will and they can't intervene unless we ask. Like the universe will intervene and give us tower moments and stuff, but that really is for the stuff that we've asked for anyway. It's just our path. Because, I forget to tell people this, but it's so important. The reason that I can do readings is because you're asking. It's because you're asking. If you don't ask, I can't answer it. And it's not that you're asking me, it's that you're asking your higher self. Higher selves, they can't interfere unless we ask. Angels, anything, can't interfere unless we ask. We've got to ask. And so pray as much as possible. Ask for help in anything, everything. The more you ask, the easier it gets. Tokais are little devils. Yeah, they bite hard, apparently. I've never been bitten by one, but yeah, they're amazing. And then the box. This is also about relationships this time. You see like there's a star inside of this box, and you see that the box is multi-layered box. And you know how we've been told to know thyself, how important that is, knowing yourself. Because when you really know yourself, you're going to be yourself, and it's going to be okay for you to be yourself. You're going to have acceptance, and you're going to love yourself as yourself. And so that you're this star inside of this box, you realize what all your layers of your box are. You've got rid of the layers that are just issues and not really you, and you really know yourself. Then comes along the Swan, because they've done the same thing. They've transformed from the ugly duckling into the Swan. They know their box, they know their place, kind of thing, or who they are. It's not really the place, but they know who they are. What are the numbers on these? They know who they really are. You know who you really are, and your boxes match. So it's like pass the parcel, but with boxes. And each layer we get through of ourselves, knowing ourselves, gets to who we really are. And that who we really are in the middle, that star, it's who we were as a child, which is very close to our higher self, who our higher self is. That's the star in the middle. And so all of this work that we're doing, this transformational work that we're doing, brings in our lover, because they're doing the same thing too, and our boxes match. Does that make sense? We're matchy. We're very matchy to them. So there's the carrot right at the end of it, is that our lover comes in because of the inner work that we've done. They're doing it too, because we know ourselves and love ourselves. Get back to that childhood self, which is why they were talking about that pure love. the other day, that it's a very different kind of love. It's not the yearning and the longing and all of those pain things that we think of as being love. It's a pure love because it comes from self-love. What a way to end this. They do. Prayers really move mountains. Ask, just ask, ask, ask. And your reading said, if I've not met mine yet, maybe in 9 weeks. It does seem to shift though. Could be right. It might shift. The timings might shift. That's what I keep on being told. Carrots. But that's what we're headed toward, is this beautiful, pure love, self-love, and then a partner comes in, and then, wow, imagine what's going to be next after that. Big things. I'm going to leave it at that because I need a wee. Quite frankly, I need a wee. So next time you see me, because you're going to see videos of me before you see any that I make soon. I'm going to have good hair. I'm going to have very good hair soon. So thanks everyone for coming along. Have a great day or night. Sleep well or wake well. And see you tomorrow.